Greetings, my excellent friends. My name is Gavaroc Fevinor, and this is the story of Hildibrand Manderville. Join me, my ever-showboating Gala kitten, as we interrupt what looks to be a tender moment between overcompensating Inspector Briardian and Ellie, reporter for the Mithril Eye. Or possibly they're just having a conversation about the nearby explosives. We'll find out. We'll find out. There may be a slight exploding food problem over to our immediate right, but let's not panic. Everything will be fine because this is the Hildibrand questline, and nothing ever goes wrong during that. All we have to do is lure him away from these crates. That shouldn't be too difficult, right? Ah, yes, of course. We're trying to avoid Briardian finding out about the boom food. A burst of inspiration. Well, considering that thumbnail, no doubt our attempts to keep Briardian away from the crates are going to go swimmingly. Inspector Briardian would share with you his latest findings. So Hildibrand has managed thus far not to destroy anything. Consider me something almost resembling impressed. Indeed. But enough about Hildibrand. Gavaroc and I have been waiting to hear your latest theories. We should go somewhere quiet and... An excellent idea, Miss Ellie. Ah, yes. That spot just over there by the crates should suffice. There? Of all places? Ah, but surely we could find somewhere more scenic. I am not here on vacation. I am here to solve a case. Besides, we cannot afford to have our conversation overheard. That junk-littered beach should afford us some welcome privacy. Yes, Inspector. Privacy. Indeed. Bloody hells! Don't worry, Gavaroc. I'll figure out some way to lead him clear of the bombs. Not quite sure I believe you, Ellie, but nonetheless, we'll give it our level best. I think the tide is rising. We should really move to higher ground. Wow. Excellent. Very convincing. You should be an actress. Is it just me, or is there a bit of a chill in the air? Perhaps we should go someplace warm? I, for one, would welcome a respite from the sweltering heat. Besides, this will not take long. Yeah, if you insist, Inspector. Though the questioning of a brass blade attacked by our quarry... through that questioning, I have identified the 3 individuals most likely to be our thief in disguise. To wit, Morgant, Yalto Nolto, and Lewinhart. The 3 of us shall split up, with each of us keeping watch over... the 2 of you listening? Yes, we are definitely. My ears are so open right now that you could fit through them and wind up in another dimension. Of course we are. Beg pardon, Inspector. You look unwell, Miss Ellie. Perhaps you were right. I, too, feel a chill wind blowing in. Mayhap we should continue our conversation elsewhere. Ah, but there is no need. Wait here, and I shall build us a fire. Shall we then dance into that fire? Ha ha ha! Methinks the Inspector has taken leave of his senses. The chance of locating suitable kindling on these barren shores is infinitesimal. Oh, for the love of wank. Here we are. This piece of driftwood should serve perfectly. And as fortune would have it, I just happen to have a flint stone on my person. No, Nashu, celebration time is over. Very deeply and desperately over. Oh good, fire near the bombs. This will go so well. Let's just take some steps back. There is no cause for alarm. 'Tis not blood that courses through the inspector's veins, but ice! I could not fathom a series of events that would lead such a calm and composed individual to lose his firm grip on that fiery torch.
Remarkable insight, Inspector. I must record these words for posterity. Whee! It's flying!
What have we here? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Oh, this could... Yes, I believe Murphy wrote a lore about this. What could this be? Another challenge from the Fiend! Not exactly Briardian, but I fear the truth is far too ridiculous for you to accept.
Surely you jest, Inspector. It looks nothing like his usual cards, see? Doubtless it's just the idle ravings of some madman.
Yes, idle, mad, rave. Repeat. Perhaps so, but we must exercise due caution. There are 2 more pages. Hold it in, Nashu. Hold it in with gusto. Give up hope. He of many faces will bath last. It is not the lapis maiden alone that shall come to harm. It is more direct than his previous challenges, but there can be no doubt as to the sender. But what is this talk of another victim? The final page holds the answer, no doubt.
The final page?
Confounding Inspector Briardian will meet a fiery demise. I'll give the dive a 4 out of 10. Never mind, 11. 11 out of 10. That was brilliant. Now, for the love of every deity, real and imagined, do not move your head. Oh, for the love of wank. You saw through the Fiend's ruse. But how? Let's just call it reporter's intuition. Are you hurt? ringing in my ears, but otherwise no worse for the wear. You have my gratitude. Hildibrand Manderville, were you able to learn aught of the fiend who made this ignoble attempt on my life? I exhausted every effort, Inspector, yet I fear our quarry proves ever elusive. Excellent. I might have died of shock if you had. At any rate, our foe has revealed himself as no mere thief, but a madman who will resort to cold-blooded murder. We must redouble our vigilance, lest the others come to harm. Have you ever gotten yourself so deep into a lie that there was simply no way out? Vigilance! Yes, vigilance is the order of the day. Yes, thought you might have some questions.
What in the name of the gods? Fowl's teeth! Those vegetables cost a fortune, and they're ruined! Ruined! Agent of inquiry, more like agent of injury and incompetence! You are to replace the supplies that you destroyed before the banquet begins, or I will see the entire lot of you rot in jail!
Tiny man mad. Thanks to our quick thinking, the bombs are no more, and the inspector is none the wiser. 'Tis a shame to see good food go to waste, though. Those coconuts look positively luscious. I would ask how he survived an explosion at point-blank range, but something tells me that's one mystery better left unsolved. Ellie, have you ever heard of the concept of somebody who breaks the laws of physics with the pure power of their incompetence? Most people with this talent use it to get elected into high offices of parliament. But much to our relief, in this case the man is merely using it to become a quirky adventure hero.
Is that a fish? I'm getting hungry.
Well, there were perfectly good coconuts here up until you blew them up! Sorry? Sorry. Clearly our thief has decided that After such harrowing ordeals, I began to realize that my grasp of the English language had reverted. Nevertheless, I tried again. Clearly our thief has decided that my prodigious intellect presents the greatest threat to his schemes. Perhaps he is a more clever man than I thought. Or perhaps you are being led on a garden path goose chase, insert your metaphor here. But we will keep to it for the sake of everybody else's lack of embarrassment. Leeuwenhart. I don't know why I felt myself suddenly possessed to speak to Leeuwenhart, but nonetheless it was as if there was a shining light above his head that said, "Talk to me to progress the story," so, never one to doubt my urges, I talked to Leeuwenhart. And everybody else joined me, apparently. What was that terrible explosion coming from the beach? Is everyone safe? Fear not. The fiend's artless attempt on my life has been thwarted. Sadly, your food supply did not escape unscathed. Master Gugurimu bids that the damaged ingredients be replaced with all speed. That is to say, replaced very quickly, not be replaced with amphetamines. Please do not replace the food with speed. Drugs bad. Good gods. This is no thief, this is a madman. As for replacing the ingredients, I fear that will prove a difficult task. Those crates contained imported vegetables of considerable rarity, you see. Vegetables that are in particular short supply these days, what with the mandragoras at large. Even if I were to place the order immediately, it would likely take days to arrive. The mandragoras. I have heard of that fell band. Tell me, what manner of vegetables did they steal? The rarest was an import from the Far East. I do not recall the name, but it very closely resembled the Eorzean dragon pepper, save for its colour, which was a deep purple. Methinks thou dost worry too much, Master Leeuwenhart. Our course of action is clear. We need only storm into the den of these overgrown weeds and steal your precious purple dragon peppers right back. I would advise against that, Inspector. These are no ordinary mandragoras, but rather a bloodthirsty band of killers given succulent flesh. Even the brass blades of the Gerbera proved unable to resist them. Oh, a formidable foe indeed. Were there only a brave soul in our midst with a wont for taking on fearsome enemies with not a shred of concern for his own well-being. I don't know where we could possibly find someone like that. Your eyes, friend. They speak to me. They say, I, yes, I shall vanquish these rogue vegetables and deliver the purloined goods back to their rightful owner. Really, my eyes said I've had it up to here with you and all your shit, but hey, I guess two people could look at the same piece of art and have two different meanings. Why not my eyes? You are truly a godsend, adventurer. One Sundimal of the Yellow Jackets has been charged with defending the roads from the Mandragoras. If anyone would have knowledge of their current whereabouts, it would be him. Without those ingredients, Master Gugarimo is like to cook me instead. Please, friend, you're my only hope. A gentleman would never let his comrade face danger alone. Let us away to Limsa together. And off to the Limsa lower decks. City of pirates and the sea and considerably more tolerable company than the Lalafels of Uldar or the tree racists of Gridania. In short, my home. If you've come for the Mandragoras, I fear you're half a bell too late. As were we, blast it all. To hear the poor merchant tell it, no sooner had he opened his cargo hold to check on a shipment of vegetables than did an onion turn on him, screeching bloody murder. Fled his own vessel in sheer terror he did. By the time he came to his senses, it had set sail without him. The merchant left for Aleport, hoping to recoup his losses. If you've a mind to go after the culprits, you might lend an ear to his sad tale. Ah! Is the thrill of the chase not invigorating, friend? The ferry docked by Fisherman's Bottom will carry us to Aleport. Let us be swiftly on our way. And with all due haste we travelled to Fisherman's Arse. Whereupon there listed a boat that would take us to Aleport. Of course, it was then I realised that I actually had a much faster way of getting to Aleport, and I didn't have to travel like a pleb the way that Hildibrand and his ilk must, and so I just used the Aetheryte to get to Aleport directly. As the boat arrived, carrying Hildibrand and co., I laughed, taunted, pointed, giggled at the poor bastards and their physical transportation. Not because I look down upon such things. Okay, fine, I do. Nonetheless, once everybody had arrived, we spoke with the tiny trader.
Eek! Don't sneak up on me like that! I thought you were a feral turnip, a murderous eggplant, or something like that. Think I jest, do ya? You'd be singing a different tune if a shot of tomato juice almost took out your eye, as it did mine. My eye! By the time I'd regained my wits, they'd already set sail with me ship and me livelihood. I'm ruined! Ruined! If I never see another bleeding onion to the end of me days, it'll be too soon.
The tiny trader was quite terrifying in his rage, to the point where I was so taken aback that I needed to take a short break before I engaged with him again, so that I could unclench.